So I'm going to be leading you through the first three stages of the Karuna Bhavana practice, the cultivation of compassion. And those three stages are cultivating compassion toward oneself, cultivating compassion toward someone that we think of as suffering, which may not be severe suffering, as in cancer or a broken leg or something like that, but it could be something more like everyday suffering around anxiety, money worries, stress, depression, anything like that. And the third stage is a what's called a neutral person, which is somebody that we don't have any strong emotional connection with. Someone who's suffering we might tend to overlook because we don't really pay that much attention to them. So we're going to consciously pay attention to someone in our lives that we normally don't really give much attention to. So let's begin by setting up a good upright, open posture. One that's relaxed. You're not holding yourself rigidly upright. You're just maintaining an erect spine, open chest, open heart, but not using any unnecessary tension. You can let the chin drop just a little bit. It's very common for people to meditate with tension in the body, tension in the back of the neck, causing the chin to be raised. So when you relax the muscles on the back of the neck, the chin tucks in slightly. Maybe taking a couple of deep breaths just to arrive. Really letting go on that out breath. Just noticing what's going on round about you. The space, the light, the sounds. Just allowing all that to be there. Noticing what's arising from within. Sensations coming to being in the body. Physical sensations of touch, warmth, tingling, pressure. And feelings also. Our feelings arise in the body. And just accepting our experience, accepting whatever is arising right now, not fighting it, letting go of any disappointment or any craving that it be different from what it is right now. Recollecting that deep down we want to be happy and we don't want to suffer. Just check that out. Feel its truth. And also check out the notion that suffering is actually hard to avoid. Just letting that observation sink in. If it causes a little sadness, that's okay. Just sitting with that sadness, allowing it to be there. And now wishing ourselves well as we do this difficult thing of being human. May I be free from suffering. May I live without hostility. May I be kind and compassionate to myself and others. You may have your own phrases, they may be different. Doesn't really matter. And allowing some mental space around the phrases, giving them time to sink in, giving yourself time to notice any effects of dropping these phrases repeatedly into the mind. And then calling to mind someone now that we think of as suffering. They're not necessarily suffering all the time, but there's a strong element of some sort of suffering or dissatisfaction in their life. And just bearing in mind, this person, just like me, doesn't want to suffer. For this person, just as with me, suffering is hard to avoid. And recognizing that this person is doing a difficult thing in being human, we wish them well. May you be free from suffering. May you live without hostility. May you be kind and compassionate to yourself and others. Now calling to mind someone that perhaps we encounter in our daily lives but don't really connect with on an emotional level. Very often this is someone who does a function for us, serves us in the grocery store, delivers our mail, or it might be just someone that we pass on the street or in the office. So just allowing this person into our mind, giving them kind of attention that perhaps we don't normally do. And recognizing that this is a feeling being just like us. Here is someone who doesn't want to suffer. They have that same basic drive that we do to be free from suffering. And here is someone who suffers more than they would like to. Someone who finds suffering is hard to avoid. So we're recognizing that this person is just like us. This person suffers as they're doing this difficult thing of being human. And we can wish them well on their path. May you be free from suffering. May you live without hostility. May you be kind and compassionate to yourself and others. And so letting go now of the image of the neutral person, letting go of wishing them well. And just being with our experience of ourselves sitting here and now. recognizing ourselves as a feeling being, as a suffering being, surrounded by other feeling, suffering beings. And just seeing if you can keep that perspective alive in your experience as you begin to move the body and allow the eyes to open.